Hello guys, my name is Nate Dogg, and I decided to talk about the Dream SMP because I'm apparently a 13-year-old girl with braces who wants to fuck a green blob. But seriously, I'm a kid who actually wants to remake the Dream SMP in my own way. So the simple question is, how do I make my own Dream SMP? Personally, I don't know a lot about the ins and outs of the Dream SMP. I'm a 17-year-old kid who does crack, not a scientist. But I have some step-by-steps I drew with a crayon while on Denny, so just give me a... Number 1. Create content. Now it may sound dumb, but streaming the SMP is very important, so you can actually get people to watch it. If they don't know about it, how will they know about it, dumbass? Number 2 is creating the server. Yeah, it sounds obvious, but it can't just be a normal world. Others have to join in at any time. Or a realm if you're on Bedrock like me, because we broke as fuck. The main reason for creating a little server or realm is so anyone can join and leave whenever they feel like it. Now, I would do this as well, but as I said, broke. Now, number 3, setting. This is a bit weirder, but it's to add a bit of pizzazz to your SMP. There's the obvious one of live wherever the fuck you want, but there's more than that. For example, island. Everyone in the SMP must live on an island. Now personally, I recommend a decent sized one, where you can't really see end to end, yet it still feels cramped-ish. This is since you probably won't have as big of an SMP as a Dream SMP. It would still make it feel at home, but have people nearby. Or in the sky. Now, this one isn't the best idea, but it's definitely one nonetheless. I mainly thought of this while crying, eating some pasta because I was too lazy to get ice cream like we all are. And I was watching an episode of the Dream SMP and saw Skyblock on my recommendation. This can definitely work well, but obviously it has to use some creative work. Or a single path. Now for this one, you would make it so a road would connect everyone to it. Not a super straight one, but it must connect everyone. Once again, not the best idea. Now, you don't have to listen to these. If you think of one that's not on this list, use it. It's your choice. Now, for numero foro, Now, for numero foro, you have to have a personality to it. By this, I mean stuff like how the deaths work. Now, you can go for the classic 3 deaths and that's it. Just like the Dream SMP. Or you can add extra stuff, like a sacrifice of items, like a netherite block, that can bring a character back to life who's died 3 times canonically. Ooh, speaking of canonically, I want to state that I'm more or less making this like a RP. Because that's how the Dream SMP is. Yeah, it's fairly normal with tools and such, but there's an actual script behind it. So I'm saying canon because random deaths of accidentally falling and such doesn't count. Another way to do it is just like a you're dead, or a you duh. I'm an idiot, what the fuck? When there's just one life, and if you wanna, you can continue the sacrificing aspect of it. Now, the big part I thought would be tougher, number 5, is the role-playing aspect of it. And there's actually 4 parts of it, labeled improv, scripted improv, slight script, and heavy script. Nate Dogg, what the fuck does this mean? First of all, shut up. Second of all, let's discuss it simply. Now, with these 4, what do they mean? And why are they the biggest part of this? Well, the Dream SMP is special because it's an RP. While Live SMP was special because it was the first, and Earth SMP was special because it was built like the Earth, the Dream SMP is special because it has an actual script, a story behind it. So, where does it lie on the chart? Well, first, let's discuss the chart itself. Improv means, well, improv. There is no script, at least in this sense. So, how does it work? Well, you would not have any actual idea. But when something possibly happens / is said, you gotta play it like it happened. If one kills and says, I'm gonna start a war, then if the other person who got fucking nay-nayed on agrees to the war, it happened. The second one is scripted improv, which I find funny because it's basically not a real thing. a conundrum, a paradox really, because on one hand, the improv part means there is no script, nothing. But saying script means it's planned. So what do I mean then? Well, you get an idea of a conflict, like player A and player B get into a big fight resulting in a canon death, which is scripted. But what they say, specifically who dies, is up to the ones fighting. And when the deaths happen, they continue with the improv bit. The third is scripted. Now, everything isn't planned, but it's very specific with things. For example, two come into conflict and they're about to fight, yada yada yada. The words are very precise. And some are even planned. And who wins the fight is already determined. But it's all about putting on a nice show, yet making it look as real as possible and natural. And if you want something that feels like an awkward Netflix film, just script everything. No joke, with heavy scripting, you make sure nothing, and I mean nothing, is left unscripted. If so, you are unholy and burn in hell. So where would I put the Dream SMP? I would say between scripted improv and slight scripted, because there's moments like the discs were more important than you moment that felt scripted, and the whole them singing L'Manberg after L'Manberg was destroyed. They felt like they were meant to happen, but at the same time, not all the dialogue is scripted. And when something goes wrong, they just laugh about it. It's all like it doesn't even feel like it's made, but rather connected by loose strings. I think it leans more towards the scripted improv, but has slightly scripted parts in it. Okay, so one last thing. What's out of the story? Well, that's up to you. Hold on. Wait. That's my job? Wait, what? That part, I thought... Okay. Conflict! What kind will there be on the server? Oh boy, murder and death! First, let's get some rules lined up. Don't make certain conflicts only possible with creative. Like a person who can just kill anyone by typing /kill shit. Try to make it so coding /cheating isn't possible. So the best way is make it possible in the normal world. To an extent. For example, Rambo's memory loss stuff is a big thing. I'm really interested in it. So you can pretend to have something like that in a way, since it's not like you're using creative mode for anything. Other than that, that's basically it. Sorry I didn't post up until now. I've been having problems with editing software, so I switched to a new one, scrapped a whole different video idea, which was a stream from my Twitch channel, which you can find in the description. I never made a video like this, so if you guys do like it, please let me know and I'll try to make another one. Dream SMP or just anything random. If I even know what I'm going to make about. But please, show some support. Subscribe, like, and comment. Everything, man. It means everything. But for now, I'm going to end the video. So hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you guys some other time, I guess. I should need to find my cocaine and play some Overwatch until my ears and nose bleed.
I think I'm in love, but I've been feeling otherwise. These flutters in my stomach aren't butterflies, but cutting knives and not the butter kind. And if you listen close when she begins to speak, you'll hear a couple hundred sighs in the collective shut of eyes. Letters linger on her lips like lullabies. I think I've drowned a couple times inside her opal-colored eyes. She could do something as simple as sit down with the grace of Olympic dives. A perfect 10 photo shutter finish on her cocoa butter thighs.